Nemu, Lilo, Bimo, Nini, Go. Now, he's not responding to any of these. God, you know what's funny? It's that we took a little break in record, you know? We were like, let's take a little break.
Yeah.
From recording. So we took a break from recording. And we watched 3 episodes of South Park. And in each one of the 3 ended around the middle part, I'm like, ooh, let's talk about that in the episode when we go record. Then the next episode happened. And in the middle of that one, I was like, let's talk about that one. Then the 3rd episode happened. I was like, let's talk about that one, which has now left me essentially on 3 different timelines where I'm very confused about which way I want to talk about.
God. You're making me dizzy here, bro.
Yeah, the last one tripped you out a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Well, fucking first you said how you were like, oh, we should talk about this in the next episode. Like, oh, we should talk about this one next episode. I thought you were gonna say, well, my personal thought went, oh, we should just not record and keep watching South Park. But then you said your thing, put you on this loop of 3 different things, which, yeah, that episode scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
You made me think we went into a fucking time loop. That's something I've been thinking about a lot. I'm really starting to get scared of the whole idea of there being like virtual reality and things not being real.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
I'm starting to question the idea of like how I can even fact check if things are real. And I keep trying to tell myself it has to be real because there's like so many little ridiculous, stupid fucking things that occur in life that like who would even think to include this detail to prove to me it's real? You know what I mean? Like I never even like some of the fucking bugs we have around here.
Right. Dude,
why does that need to be around?
Honestly,
it's real?
That's something we gotta shed a lot of love on. All right, fucking. I don't recall that being in the identifiers for New Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
I don't recall creepy ass insects being one of the. Oh yeah, those Jersey bugs. Or I thought Jersey was just like whores. And that was like kind of that's kind of the whole reading out on the state actually. That was actually my whole entire understanding. I thought it was just like that one singular thing.
And the horse come around shaking it
exactly.
through. I like her story.
Yeah, I like her story.
David Spade reference. You know, that guy is cool. Always reference David Spade.
I don't know what kind of sick fuck you'd have to be to like disparage his good name.
Seriously.
Who the hell would say something negative about David Spade on a podcast and then record one an hour later now complimenting him after previously saying something negative about him? And if you're wondering why I got so specific right there, it was because I wanted to make it I wanted to go full circle again and make it very clear that I'm actually not sitting here saying David Spade's amazing. I'd like to make it very clear that was actually me sarcastically saying. I don't want like taking enough. I don't want someone to quote that one thinking, and I'm this massive David Spade fan, you know? I don't want that identifier.
I'll gladly take that.
Yeah?
I'm this massive David Spade fan.
I don't know if that's true. Also, I don't know if you can hear it again because I don't listen to these fucking episodes, but this goddamn motherfucking chair I'm sitting in with this... The fact that as I'm saying it, it's like...
See, like, that's a detail right there.
And then creaks. And creaks again. It's like, it's so funny.
Is that like your Cupid you?
Yeah.
That's what you sounded like. Fucking, that's a detail right there. Like that, I never even think to include that chair, but you have to do it every fucking time.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, I had a train of thought to go on.
What was it?
I don't know. Maybe that's the
confirmation.
That's the proof.
Maybe whenever you know what? Maybe whenever you see.
Why do I always lose my train of thought?
I'm gonna tell you why. You know how you just said how if there's so much intricate details that of course it's real. What if every time you come across an actual detail that's not accounted for, it just reset? You know, that's what forgetting memory is. It's whenever you come across something that's not real.
So like every time the room has to reset itself for a second.
Not necessarily reset itself. It's where like whenever you stumble into like a lie. Let's say for instance you're talking to what you believe to be a real person, right, in the simulation.
I keep trying to think of that because, one of the things that was proof, it was like, well, when you're in a video game, you know the NPCs aren't doing anything until you happen to reach a certain point where they have to start doing things.
Shut up for a second. I agree. I'm not cutting off. That's all good stuff. But fucking how cool would it be, though, realistically, for a second? Just hear me out. This is just awesome. How cool would it be though if you were to discover, let's say not me, let's just say someone else, like someone you meet tomorrow, okay, and then a year from now, so it doesn't entirely ruin your perception of reality.
Oh god, dude, I'm feeling like the plug in my neck is gonna yank down in a second.
Well, think about it. If you fucking, if you were living 28 years and found out that everyone around you was fake, that might mess you up on a quantifiable amount.
Somewhat, might ruffle my feathers.
So my point is, that there's no coming back from that one, right? That's the Thelma and Louise ending. So I'm saying if you though found out like, oh shit, this girl I met, let's say the Sam Witwicky approach in Transformers 2, for instance, for all of our film buffs out there, right? What's Transformers 2 called though? What's the subtitle? I know Dark of the Moon's the third one, isn't it? Or Revenge of the Moon?
No, Dark of the Moon. Revenge of the Fallen is
Revenge of the Fallen. So as all my film buffs
Linkin
out
Park
there,
sounding title is the movie name.
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Hey, what a shitty name. Remember though that hot blonde girl?
What I've done.
Singing Robbie has taken the chair tonight. I guess.
See, because it's a simulation. I'm programmed to do it.
I'm getting to my point. So instead of having where it ruins your entire fabric of reality, where everyone you know is a fucking fake person, how about it's just a situation where it's
I know
like
what you're talking about. The blonde,
hot blonde.
Yeah,
the hot blonde girl. And for a second, they were like, it was funny because in Transformers 1, you're like, fucking Megan Fox is so cool. Oh my God. And then the second one comes around and you're like, who's this fucking, where's Megan Fox? And then she comes back and like, thank God, okay, they're not stupid enough to recast her with some blonde girl. They're going to have Megan Fox in these movies, right? And then what happens?
And the third
one comes out, and they actually went back to the idea from the second one. Instead of correcting it with the bait and switch, like, no, actually, she is gone. In fact, and now we have a dumb blonde girl in the movie instead, who no one cares about because it's not Megan Fox. And that's the real narrative arc of those stories. It's just pretty much just that.
I only saw the first two, man. I was in it for the star power. Megan Fox.
No, I saw the third one because they had Patrick Dempsey in it. So, but besides the point, so picture the situation in which hot college girl with a super long robotic tongue.
Mm-hmm.
That would shake your reality a little bit, but that wouldn't ruin your entire existence of self, would it?
No.
That would just be like, Jesus fuck, what the fuck was that?
It made me start to question a lot, but it wouldn't make me ruin my existence.
Now, my point, though, how cool would it be, though, instead of the dumbass, stupid, long tongue thing, imagine you're hooking up, right? And you discover the person's a fucking an AI or a robot, whatever you want to go with it. And instead of this gigantic tongue with, like, tastes like oil, or whatever that guy says, right? What if it's the Blade Runner eyes?
Ooh.
Now, that makes it sound awesome, and now I'm in, like, this whole noir thing. So, it's not that scary anymore, actually. Now it's, like, interesting and beautiful. Would you agree with that?
That actually sounds really fun.
Yeah, I don't think when you
That
get up
sounds
and walk
romantic,
across the
actually.
room, you can just respond at a normal volume as if.
See, that's another thing. I always think I'm talking at the right volume.
Right.
I never think I'm mumbling.
Yeah.
Everybody always tells me I'm mumbling, and you
True.
can never hear me. Why is that? Because you're all pro. No one can understand. Because I'm trying to break out of the matrix. Here.
So, but really, what was I
I like how
saying?
you keep bringing me back in. You're doing a good
What was I
job.
saying?
You're saying, when you look at it from the lens of this
No.
philosopher.
How cool would it be if fucking you were like discover someone was fake though? If always you discover the person's a robot, wouldn't the coolest way to discover someone's a robot be the Blade Runner eyes?
Absolutely.
Everything else would be stupid.
And the little cute little origami that they can leave around. That would be cool.
I don't know if I don't know if they would just do that though. I don't think that'd be the way. I don't think of the two plausible ways you've set on the table for discovering. I'm pretty positive the more likely one would be you walk into a well-lit room and realize, oh, wait a second. Because in this scenario, it's like you hook up, it's like party culture. So it's nighttime. There's a lot happens in the shadows, So you're not really paying attention to the eyes so much.
That's where the origami
Break of
comes into play.
dawn, sun's up. You're looking like, why are her eyes looking so? That's not human. She's a Blade Runner.
Does she even know she's a replicant?
Replicant, actually. I was saying I said Blade Runner. I guess you're right. Blade Runner would have been Harrison. Well, I guess technically.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wow, really makes you wonder.
Second thing, let's just loop back, is now since Harrison Ford showed up in conversation, I can say that I originally wanted to open up the episode, which I alluded to earlier. I had different ways of opening the episode. Because in the episode when Stan came out through hell,
It was really funny.
it made me think of Jumper, and I thought again, it was like, God, how cool would it be to have the Jumper powers? That's just the best superpower in the world. I cannot get over how much I love the limitation of that power. And it's like Harrison Ford kept the conversation organically. Talk about Blade Runner, Harrison Ford, Star Wars, and Hayden Christensen. I really could not mention Jumper.
Yeah, really.
That would have been any logical thing to do. And I also thought...
It's the limitations that make it feel such like a good power. Because it makes it feel like it's real, like it's actually a tangible power.
How long do you want to say that for?
Right then and there. That's why I said it right then and there.
Really?
Yeah, it came out, so I said it.
That wasn't something you were sitting on for like the last 30 seconds?
No, I was trying to figure out
seconds?
why you jumped the jumper, and then you explained it to me. That's what made me think of the power thing.
And then...
Asshole.
I was going to say, which makes me then... I was going to say we should watch Jumper. But then again, I realized that I don't want to watch Jumper because Jamie Bell's in Jumper. And that's really fucking annoying to deal with. That's unnecessary trauma.
The movie's so dumb, though.
And he's like, I'm going to jump a car.
Then I got this girl's digits over in Taiwan or some stupid shit.
And now I'm having Subway on the Sphinx.
But I'm with my surfboard. It's
and
fucking
now I'm
stupid.
catching the waves.
It's so
and then Jamie
dumb.
Bell's like, you can jump cars. It's possible to jump cars,
Oh God, dude, no, for real though, you are proof that my reality is not real. Because anytime I go to talk a little bit, have a little bit of
What I was trying to say about that earlier,
you silence me immediately, so I can't fall out of the program.
Earlier,
I can't follow the parameters of your fucking program.
Now that you brought attention to that, what I was going to say earlier is that what if you forgetting your memory is every time you come across a simulation, I mean, there's like a point where the thing doesn't equate for the right thing, such as seeing the Blade Runner eyes. A second later, you're like, wait, what was I thinking about? So I'm saying, what if every time you think, wait, what am I thinking about? That's just the simulation resetting for the blunder you just forgot about.
Oh, dude, that happens so fucking frequently every day.
Like maybe you walk into a room and the person's just like like imagine like, you know those guys on AGT who do like the fucking like those weird, kind of not even cool, honestly. They all do just the dumb dance move with like the neck going up with the shirt, and they lower their head, and it looks like everything's falling off their body.
Oh, yeah.
Those talented individuals.
Yep.
Those ones who think that's gonna this should probably headline a show in Vegas. Yeah. I think this is for sure.
For sure.
And like that's what I like about that show too is the fact that it's like America's Got Talent, sure, but again, it's supposed to be a Vegas headliner. You guys,
like that.
You guys pick poodles that can jump through hoops. This is a Vegas headliner. Okay, Vegas, not Tulsa.
Not Tulsa.
But really though, think about what if all the times you're thinking, oh shit. What was I just thinking about?
Well, it
it's just the blunder being corrected.
It happens every time.
Also, you walk into a room and the person you're looking at, you think somebody's standing there normally. They're standing there, but you can tell like they're literally just like locked. Like, is it they're a robot just powered down where they're just and their head's hanging down?
Well, that was my point. I try to sneak down here.
Yeah.
So that way, like, you don't necessarily realize I'm coming down. So like that, the way he's doing too much, like the fucking idiot in fucking Scream 6 when he's like, I never saw this movie before. It's actually a really good movie. Blah 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 blah. This is how the killer does it. He's the fucking killer for no reason.
Oh my god, dude.
No,
yeah.
I'm trying to see if you're like that, but maybe you are like
so
that.
So annoying.
I'm trying to see how much of this bit you're committing to before I can catch you.
For anyone who's curious about that, we're gonna do that too.
It's just proof that
Scream 5 has the fucking audacity
nothing I say has relevance
to have it
or weight.
where
You just keep
Huey
going like the
from the
fucking
boys
program
comes
you
in
are.
there, and he's actually the killer. But when she calls him on the phone to see what he's going on and about doing in his life, he's watching videos about the killer, being like, "Damn, this is crazy. This is actually really interesting stuff." And it's like, no one's around you. You could have just lied and said you were watching it. Why are you actually watching it? And it would have been equally as normal for you just to be fucking eating a pizza.
He's a method actor, that's why. Yeah, it
doesn't make any sense.
It's just in character for a boyfriend at all times.
It doesn't make any sense, except for when he's doing the murders.
Yeah, well,
so that's we can get out of it. He's like, well, I can step outside. Because if anything, if he's such a meth actor, he should never ever turn into the killer. He should just only be the boyfriend. He should be the dutiful, loving boyfriend. And also, again, how did Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan fuck and we got Jack Quaid? I don't know. That's not what I would have imagined. I think maybe if Randy Quaid fucked Meg Ryan, you'd get Jack Quaid.
Do you think, or is this something that someone somewhere else just typed into some fucking computer?
Probably that.
Is there some kid who's just hitting X and these are the responses that you're spitting out?
I would love that. I would love a game that imagine how fun Telltale would be if it had actual like complex dialogue. When are we gonna get that game? Not even fucking Telltale. When are we gonna get the game where it's like, no, yeah, you can respond to NPCs and you can literally say anything you want to them?
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
When's that gonna happen? When is it gonna happen where you can go into a fucking game? Like, just watching South Park. Again, I've said it 1,000 times. I just want to be able to fucking see the show without any acknowledgement of reality around me. You know what I mean?
See, I thought I used to know what you mean.
Right.
I used to think I knew what you meant until this very moment where I've been thinking about such said events. And dude, I don't know if right now is real, if maybe I'm plugged into some video game somewhere and I just had the screen on so tightly I can't tell. I'm not really there. So no, I don't like that idea anymore.
Well, I mean, it goes back to the whole cipher thing. Ignorance is bliss anyway. Because think about it. Would you rather go live in fucking...
I'm starting to learn the truth that's out there, man.
What's that fucking sex city called? Zion?
In the Matrix?
Yeah. Would you rather go live in Zion?
No, those people don't even shower. They're
or
gross.
would you rather live in 1998 New York or wherever this movie is? New York? It doesn't feel like it's New York. Where is it? Like San Francisco?
It's just some unspecific
Chicago.
Metropolitan
what buildings
area.
are they actually filming in?
Oh, they're in somewhere in Australia.
Oh, they are in Australia. You know what? That movie looks very Australian.
Right?
ugh. That explains a lot.
That's why it's so green.
That's why. That's actually how it looks over there. How many people know that? Because you don't know. How many people really travel all the world? Most people, it's the same the country they're born in. Not people aren't traveling. It's a luxury. But when you actually go to Australia, it's fucking green. That wasn't even an artistic choice. It was just it would cost lots of film. It would cost lots to de-green this film. So let's just leave it as green as it is. I'd say it worked out in the end, really.
Oh, God.
It's like guerrilla filmmaking in its finest. And again, not many people associate The Matrix with guerrilla filmmaking, but...
With real filmmaking?
Guerrilla
filmmaking.
But it is, even though it looks very high-tech. But again, wouldn't you rather just live in the fucking city and have weird sex clubs and Alice in Wonderland references and flip phones and monochromatic screens and... That'd be sick. I'd rather live in that world than this fucking world.
I don't know. That world seemed pretty bleak. I mean, they just listen to Rob Zombie.
I don't know, man. Think about living in office space. All you had to do was just like chill, and then your life becomes perfect, according to that movie.
Fuck it, I'm quitting tomorrow, man.
Dude, I would love to live in the Office Space universe. I just take Ron Livingston's entire storyline. I would.
Do you like Kung Fu?
You want to watch Kung Fu with me?
I just want to maybe get dinner with you and watch some Kung Fu.
He thought you meant Bill Lumber. Their children wanted to have hooves.
He was fucking great.
Yeah, what a classic. And then you
see, another thing that proves it's
a
simulation. Hold on a second. Nothing is fucking real, my friend.
Okay.
Nothing is real, my friend. Okay. The problem with real,
my friend.
Fucking that movie. Every time he goes into the lane, that's when the traffic stops. Every time I try to switch lanes in traffic, that's when the traffic stops.
True.
It's to stop me from getting to the next fucking spot on the level.
That was a film. That's so, like that was. I'm assuming to some
the
that was
fucking,
like rehearsed a little bit.
Yeah, those who
I don't think that was guerrilla filmmaking. Is what I'm saying.
It's a little nods to let us know that it's not real. So only the fucking smart ones can get themselves out of the Matrix, like the chosen ones. Speaking, I wanted to talk about this.
And I would agree with you that Mike Judge would be one of the chosen ones, except for because you look at it right. It's like damn, Office Space, genius.
Look at all of his movies, what they're all about. But then
that gets put back in the Idiocracy. You're like, oh wait, not genius.
But what's the Idiocracy about? It's actually telling us that the world's not real. It's fucking genius, man.
Well.
Get some Haagen-Dazs ice cream, man. Fucking, dude. What,
yeah.
And you just reprogrammed for a second.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
Your face is condescending. Like, Rob, you're getting too close to stepping out of the parameters, Robbie. You better reel it back in. You always say to reel me back in. Why are you reeling me back in? Are you reeling me back in from finding out the truth?
Maybe it's like the 1984 thing, man.
Philip K. Dick was the guy that wrote Total Recall and and Minority Report and all those fucking weird sci-fi movies and Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah, but also Blade Runner is
Blade Runner. Yeah, I'm sorry,
yeah.
Blade Runner. I didn't think of the main one we were talking about.
Yeah, the cool one. Because you were saying some other things that like I don't give a flying fuck about.
He gave a seminar in France in 1970 something, and basically the whole thing was saying about how we all truly live in a matrix, and he came to this realization.
Did he refer to it as a matrix?
Yeah.
That's rad.
And he was talking about how nothing's real, and he started talking about how he had a sibling that died, I think, in utero, like they was supposed to be a twin or whatever.
Utero?
That's what I think I said, right?
I think you said uteral.
I tried saying what you said. We're gonna go with I said what you said.
Sure.
And he always claimed like he could always feel like something was missing, like he had like other lively experiences and stuff. And I'm butchering a lot of this story.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, I think.
But like. He attributed his copious amounts of psychedelic paraphernalia usage to how he came to these conclusions. And at no point in time did it possibly occur that maybe you're just going insane. But now here's the question.
Maybe you got high so much you kind of fried some circuits.
Maybe it opened up his mind to the reality of it. And that's kind of what he was going with his point.
Maybe.
And every single one of his books is about that. Right. Everything he talks about is how we have phantom memories and all this other craziness.
Yeah.
That was leading all back to what we're talking about, the fucking nothing's real, and I'm starting to learn that nothing's real. Because every time I go to talk, you do two of two things. You do three of three. You do it's triplets, man. You do three. You do three of three things. You either A, just cut me off and act as if I am not even remotely speaking.
You do three things. A.
Okay. B. You either just change the subject entirely, or C, tell you have to reel it back in. Or D, the fourth thing, you just look at me like, really, you're going to speak now? And then I get super self-conscious, so I don't continue. You're a program keeping me in the program, dude. I don't know how to break out, but I'm starting to see the signs. I don't know if I want to break out, though. What's
That's
the
my
alternative?
point, though. It's that cave thing, that the philosophical thing about the people in the cave, how they shine the light on them, and they had the thing painted, they had the pictures painted on the wall, and then the one person escaped and saw the actual trees and saw everything in color and everything else.
And they couldn't understand it because they only perceived one thing their entire lives.
Yeah. So really, what is real? All right. It's not like I said it is real. not to have a political moment here, guys, but
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah, I know. We really need to incorporate that into the podcast more.
Yeah, we gotta incorporate that, and I think we should really try to. I was really hoping we were going to go with that. This whole episode is going to be trying to convince her listening that they are in fact in a simulation. That this isn't even real right now.
This is the part we talked earlier about how certain things. What if a recording starts without you realizing a recording started? Mm-hmm. And what if you just leave the thing going? Mm-hmm. Remember that time when Snoop was streaming and he just like rage quit and turned off his Xbox and then left for like 9 hours and then came back like, am I still fucking streaming? And he was just like shocked.
It's so funny.
What if that's happening right now? You know, so it means maybe it's not even maybe this is just an off-air conversation that you're listening to right now, and it's the really crazy part. Especially imagine you're listening to this alone right now. How do you know what you're hearing is what's being said?
I'm going to show you a world in which you don't exist. You're not going to like that. It's the ending line from The Matrix, kind of. Neo says that.
That's awesome, Robbie. We still have like 5 minutes left, so why are we talking about endings?
No, you see, you do that thing, one of those four of the four things that you do, where you were going on a whole thing, so then I threw in a little line there, and it's like, really, Robbie, you're gonna start speaking?
What are they talking about, Robbie?
Speak? You're going on about how you're going with my whole thing, where I said we should try to convince them it's not real, and you're saying you're gonna be sitting there questioning, you're gonna be by yourself. It's gonna be
well, I was gonna say, if you're sitting alone listening to this right now, can you really confirm with 100% certainty? Can you confirm what you're hearing is directly what is being played?
No, not really.
So really, maybe it is just saying that the only thing you should do and the only purpose you serve is, in fact, to listen more, to listen more, to listen more, and to not, I can't, you know what? I love to say the word share, but that word's been ruined by people saying like, share, and subscribe, which I'm not saying. That was me quoting someone else saying it. That wasn't me saying it, so I'm not a loser. But the word share itself has been polluted by that. So what's a synonym for share?
You know what's
Sunny.
Share. What? When we're looking, I put a little bit more protein in
Yeah, classic.
I've share. You can share with someone.
You're right. You can CHER with someone. Nice.
You're welcome.
Maya just walked into the room and scared the shit out of me with her face against the glass pane. Now it is a simulation. I've actually decided that. What I said earlier was wrong. This is a simulation.
Dude, for a second, I kind of thought you were going to fade away, like all fixated and shit. And the microphone's just going to drop, and I was going to hear that ringing fucking thing.
Yeah, that'd been sick. You know what'd be cooler than that, though?
If that didn't happen, actually.
No.
That's fucking terrifying.
Like a Mary Poppins float away.
Like if you just stood up and floated away?
Yeah. I just like went up and just started, or like the Blades of Glory scene, too. Something like that. More majestic. Yeah, than fucking just disappearing.
Let's do it. Really here?
Ooh, or you know what? No, I think I'd want the Twin Peaks creepiness in the return. I think I want that really choppy, folding together animation. Yeah, that's how I would want to discover that my reality is not true.
Speaking of those awesome, special effects in the new Return, what the fuck was some of that?
Right. The other thing I was going to talk about is the other thing I was going to mention is. Oh my god, that just scared the shit out of me too. Maya's opening a door? This is a simulation? What
Alex,
the
they're
fuck?
coming!
How'd you just open a door? She's gonna kill us. We're gonna die in this recording. This is fucking Cujo.
I was gonna say The Thing. I was going
The
way
Thing, that's way worse. God damn, that's what's definitely happening. Jesus Christ. And this line when he gets go up, this is the ending of the Stand song, where he's like, oh shoot, I forgot how to send this tape out. And then Eminem's like, but he didn't say who it was to. Come to think of it, oh shoot, it was you.